Okay, I'm back. So sorry for the delay. Um, it did give this a chance to kind of dry, and I want to accentuate the outsides of these hearts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let me see. Let's get my, this is a Aquarel Stabilo All pencil in black. And let's get a piece of paper here. And I still need to add some color to this card too. Let's get my little scrap paper. I'm just going to go around the outside edge of this. No, nothing neat. Just enough so that you can tell one heart from another. We had a short intermission there. So sorry. If you're back, you're back. If you're not, you're not. I'm still going to download and edit this video and put it up on the ArtStax channel. Okay, and that way you can see that they're two different hearts. Yes, part two. Thanks for coming. Yeah. It is what it is, right? I was thinking, might as well just drag my sewing machine over, but I'm just not feeling up to the sewing machine part right now. I know I keep promising that I'm going to bring my sewing machine over and show you guys. Okay. I've got the outsides of those done, and I can take and get them wet if I want to, but I think I'm just going to leave them. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Let's do something with some color on this guy. I think what I'll do with this guy is I'm going to use some of my Distress Spray stains. Let me grab a paper towel. Live on the edge here. Now this is, remember, this is just some Hammermill paper, so I don't want to get it too wet. Let's do that, and let's do some seedless preserves. That's pretty much going to soak right into there and not spread around a whole lot. But I wanted color. Hi, Chow. Welcome. Hi, Robin. Hey, Mike. All right. Let's go ahead and dry this off. Now, because I printed that on my inkjet, I'll have some kind of smearing of my ink. Inkjets aren't the best for mixed media. Is what it is. Thanks for coming back, everybody. Appreciate it. Oh, let's drop that on the floor. I want to make sure this is completely dry. If you ever want to flatten these out, you can send them through. I send them through my Mink at setting 5 through some like copy paper. Especially when I work with watercolor, and you know how you get it so warpy, because it's pretty warpy. Let's do some edging on that. I'm just going to use my Distress Black Soot. And then I'm going to edge also this, and I believe that I'll also add some splatter to this before I start assembling. do a little bit of splattering. Okay, let's move. I haven't even decided what to do with my wings yet. All right, let's get some distress paint. You know, I haven't decided whether I'm gonna. No, I think I'll use my Dr. P.H. Martin's and my fan brush. This is starting to really dry out. See how thick it is? I definitely don't want it that thick. But nothing a little water won't cure. And I just do it directly on my little scrapbook.com mat. The thing about this is it's bleed proof, but once you guys start adding water to it, all bets are off. Okay. I think I want a little bit bigger splatters on here. There we go. My rag is missing. I've got my paper towel here. And then I'll usually just take and, since I don't have time to wash it right this second, I'll just take and spray it with some water and kind of just wrap it in here where it's damp. Because I can't clean it right now because I'm not at my sink. And here, we can clean off this white paint. Comes right off. All right. Now those kind of have to dry. So meanwhile, let's do something with these feathers. Now this is a smooth Hammermill paper, so it's not going to take a lot of heavy inks. Let's get my Corine markers out. La 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 la. That's canary. Yeah, I think I'll go with a little canary. And then go with this darker, which is gold. I'll just sort of blend it right into that canary. I'm going to fussy cut these, so not too worried about it. Going outside the lines. And then we'll do, let me look at the color of this pink. No. Turquoise is going to be a bit dark. Let's see about this ocean teal. That's a bit dark too. I want to stay in the light. There we go. That'll work. I have a big set of Corines too, but they're over there. This is the first set I bought to see if I liked them, and I do. But it's another one of those things that you never see me take out and use. Shame on me. One thing nice about the Hammermill paper is these inks blend really well on it. Okay. And they do dry back some. Checking for questions. Okay. Blend that down in. A little bit more just on this outer wing or feather. Okay, got those all colored up, ready to rock. Bring it up close so you can see. And in regular me fashion, I'm going to fussy cut these bad boys. I'll cut them in half first. And I am going to cut right on the line. You could cut these out on your scan and cut, I would imagine. I haven't tried cutting already foiled stuff on there. So if anybody has, let me know in the chat or down below. They're still kind of damp. Sometimes I find if your stuff is still damp, it actually cuts better. Now these are the tricky cuts for me because it's coming in and I have no place to hold on. So I just come from the other side. Not as easy from this side because you can't see the other side of what you're cutting. So you really just kind of wing it. Ah, get it? Wing it. Yes, I like those. I like the color. I often use a lot of black foil too for this kind of thing, just because the black foil sort of, it just stays like ink. And that's the thing about a mixed media project is, you know, there's going to be some fussy cutting somewhere, at least for mine. And if this starts touching my other hand and impedes my freedom, I snip it off. I can't do, you know, like that whole peel a whole orange in one peeling or apple, because the stuff hanging off seems to get in the way. Okay, there's our wings. And let's see, is our paint dry? Yep. Dry enough anyway. Let's get some more texture on here. I've got this stamp right here. I think I want to do in picked raspberry. You know what? I wonder. I'm going to try this thing. Not that color. Not that color. Just to see what it does. I'm not worried. If I wreck my tag, I'll just make another one. So this is kind of a shimmery ink. And let's use some of that leftover on here. Hey, we're not weird because we like to fussy cut. You're weird because you don't. All right. So now it's time to kind of assemble this. At this point, I would most likely stitch this on. Think about how I want this to go. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to use those wings. Unless because the shades of this are not, like this is too bright. But I kind of like the idea, so I'm going to think that over. I think I want the playing card going this way. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down so I can trim it off. Now, let's hope my glue works today because it gets really cold in here. Your ScanNCut table's covered with junk, Cordelia? Yeah, that's part of the reason why I redid this room too. Is so that I could get to my ScanNCut and use it when I want to. I'm using art glitter glue here because it dries quickly. But it's one of those ones that's temperature sensitive, so let's go up here with it. These kind of things I almost always am winging. I want that straight. It doesn't have to be straight either. And I'm going to fold this over instead of cutting it off. Just give more of an interesting edge. Okay. Now, how do I want to do these? See, my thinking was is I would glue half the hearts down and let half of them hang up. Do I want to go alternating? No, that's not going to work out well. Okay. I'm thinking. All right, I'm going to commit, and I'm just going to put glue right here. And I don't care if the glue shows through. I do not care. See, what I'm thinking about is my little words. I want to make sure that they can be seen. Forever trying things on. Yep, right there. And the thing is, with a mixed media project like this, is to don't stress on the process. Trust it, because you're going to move on from there. Oops, I hear a cat complaining. You hear him? Crazy cat. Bye, Chow. Thanks for coming. Okay, so what I think I want to do with these, now those Korean markers are water reactive. So they will react with whatever I put on them. So thinking about what I want to put on them, they're just too bright for this application. Let's see what happens if I just dull them down a little with little black ink. Just around the edges. So they just have a little bright peeking through. That kind of does it. All right, I'm going to pop that up, and I think I still want it kind of right about there. Oh, wow, Susan, you're busy. Okay, so if I put this on here, it's going to show through, so I want it close together so that it's cohesive, so that it's white all the way through, if that makes sense. There we go. That's going to live, I think it's going to live right about here. Okay, commit. Bye, Cordelia. Have a good day. Yeah, we'll see you at Craft Roulette tonight. Now you see I covered up a lot of my purple on here, but I made up for it there. And then I could put, let me look at it in the camera. Yeah. I'm going to take this wing. I'm going to attach it here, like that. Put this wing on the other side. My little heart that's sticking up. Okay, now we need more color. Need some more color up here. Kind of balance out the purple here. Let me. Now the only thing about this Cloud9 interference ink is it does not ink blend very well. So let's take, and I'm using my Lavinia brushes with it. Okay. See what I mean? It just does not blend well. It does if you're really, really light-handed, but let's see if I'm happy with that. I think so. Blend it right down into that little card a little bit. Maybe just sneak a little bit up in this corner here. All right, we need some bling on here. Let me just wipe off all this before I get it everywhere. Always losing my rag. Here it is. Hey, Angela. All right, no, this isn't my bling. I don't know what the heck I thought I was getting out there. See, I keep scraps of crap like this because it can be turned into beautiful things. Ooh, those. So even though this is a funky color, I can change that. Let's snap that off, a little bit off of there. This is just an old piece of medical gauze. Let's give it a different color. Let me just move this stuff real quick, and let's give it a cracked pistachio, I think. Now that's a wet mess, right? So I'm going to get a paper towel. And I'm going to dry it. You know what, too? I think I want it sparkly on there. Let's do... Hang on. Let's do Shiny Bauble mica. I need to get cheap paper towels for this operation. These are kind of the expensive Viva ones. And yeah, you will get it on your hands. Is what it is. Okay, I'm just going to wipe all that down. Just kind of squish this together. Open it out. And dry it. So see, it went from that funky orange color to a pretty color that'll go with our project. Yeah, exactly. And it's gauze. It doesn't take long to dry at all. But these are the kinds of embellishments that you do on a mixed media project that change things. And you see it is lightening up as it dries. Don't worry about that. That's just steam coming off it. And yeah, you can put heat directly to your glass mat. You can put heat directly to the scrapbook.com mat. And it cleans up nicely. And I'm only going to use a very small portion of this. Most likely sticking up under here. Let's cut off that part. Lord knows I had a ton of medical gauze left over from when my mom was living here in hospice. Spread that out a little. I think I want it coming up this way. Okay. Just gonna use a little glue. Let's use the edge of my paintbrush here to kind of push this down. I'm gonna give that a little bit to dry. We can let it sit, and then I've got this bling right here, which is from Not Too Shabby Shop, and it's, let me take it out of the package. It's glittery inside. Can you see that glitter? So I feel like it's going to be a good fit. The only thing I have problems with is getting this stuff off of here. Let's see here. Without flinging it across the room. because it does have a self-sticky. Where are my tweezers? Someone stole them. Okay, fine. You guys, I cannot function without my tweezers. Where are they? I think I took them in the other room. Okay, I'm going to have to function without them. Let's get my pokey tool and see if I have any better luck with that. I don't know how people operate with these things. There we go. Let me see. I have to decide now where I want them. I don't think I want one there. I think I want it right up here. Let's do... The big ones are easy. It's the little ones that are a fight. And that one you can't really see it that well. That one stuck to my finger. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Oh, that's okay. I'll have to hunt him down in there. I was trying to, well, I'll show you at a later date, but as I had said earlier in the video, I've been separating my foils into 12-inch strips. And I had this ruler that I've had since my quilting days, and it's all these lines separate, and you can get your rotary cutter into those. So I've been using this, but I had it covered with contact paper back in my early days before I had any of this stuff, so that I would have a surface to film on. Let's see here. Squeezers. Well, and yeah, my tweezers are not reverse tweezers. I don't like reverse tweezers. I can't wrap my head around them. Okay, let's do, I'm doing quite a bit of bling on here. Now the rules can apply to here as they do on a card or not. There can be no rules. And that's the beauty of mixed media. This is working okay. I feel like I want something right here, but I don't feel like one of these will work because then that's gonna, well, actually, I think they will work. Let's do, if it doesn't work, I'll take it off. Hey, come back. Don't you stick where I don't want you. Yeah, I do. I like that right there. Okay. I need a dealy bod for that. Have to decide which color here. Color or colors. Kind of feel like this pink is the right color. And this is just some seam binding that I sprayed with, I think probably on this one, I probably sprayed it with light pink. Light pink. It was Kish Flamingo, I think. Yeah, I have multiple quilting rulers because I used to be quite the quilter. Not and let me qualify that as a quilt top maker. Melissa, hi. I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. So I'm going to tie a giant bow here. I'm never any good at these. But what I'm trying to do is get a double bow out of this. And when it's all crinkly like this, it's kind of difficult to see what you're doing. And it's not big enough on that side. Want them fairly equal. And then I'm going to tie that into a bow. So I have a big blobby bow up here, like that. That's what I want, a big blobby bow. Do I want to leave that hanging down? Not necessarily, no. A little bit, but not a bunch. There we go. We've got our little mixed media tag. Now, typically, if I were going to gift this, I would, do something to the back of it too. Or at least kind of maybe paint it with some gesso so it could, become double like a journaling card. Let's get those bows on there nicely. And, oh, yeah, see, I knocked one of these off. Did I knock them both? Oh, that's because, yeah, I knocked them both off. This stuff right here takes forever to dry. So it wasn't quite dry, so they came off. And that's with the 2 new Artstacks paper pack. And this was my printed version where I printed on vellum. So these are vellum. And again, typically I would sew these down and I would sew the edges. And there's our mixed media tag. Thank you everybody for being patient with me while I had some issues this morning. Sorry I had to cut out on you. I'm going to download and edit this video and upload it to the Artstacks YouTube channel. I think I have to wait 24 hours before I can download it because it has a process. But link is down below in part 1 of this video to Artstacks out of Australia. Again, we also ship locally in the US. We do have a distributor here in the US. I checked with Heather before I came on live just to make sure, which is kind of cool because I know some people don't like paying the shipping from Australia, but there's also a digital version where you don't have to wait for any shipping at all. You can download it as soon as they email you the link, which usually takes about 30 minutes. Anybody, any questions? Okay. Yeah, get your machine out, Dawn. We'll do it together. That's the other thing is the logistics of it, because my machine's going to sit about this tall, right? So the top of it's just going to cover my whole camera. I've got to set up a camera so that it points in towards the machine so you can see what I'm sewing, which I can do. I just use one of my phones and on a tripod of some sort and switch around cameras as needed. All right, guys. Well, I'll see some of you on Craft Roulette tonight, and otherwise I'll see you around the rooms. If you like the video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Have a great weekend. I think Tim Holtz has a crafty thing going on this weekend, like one of those long ones. So, I know I'll see some of you guys around. Take care. Bye.